Alright, here we are, back in the stories, The Path of the Destinies again. We're back at our choice here. We just rescued Lapino, our old buddy that had cut a slick deal with the guards at the prison because the guards owed him some money. He said they weren't too bad folks for weasels after all. And now we're down to our choice again. We have go and capture the general's daughter, Zenobia. And she is the general's daughter, as well as the head general, the emperor's daughter and greatest general, Zenobia, and extract intel from her and would turn the tide of the civil war. Or we're going to go on a wild goose chase and go after the Eye of the Lost God. Well, I think I'm going to go after the Eye of the Lost God, as my rabbit partner here, Lapino here, that I just picked up, appears to be a bit of a thief and kind of a sneaky little guy. So let's go this way.
To make the Sky River, the Transcendent Emperor had wrapped an armature around the Eye of a God. Bernardo had already let that armature slip away to save Lapino's life. But even its core, the eye torn from a god, surely they could fashion a great weapon from that.
The core of the Sky Ripper? Lapino's excited. That's an actual thing that we could just go and get. You've been busy.
He sure had. Bernardo told him all the things he'd been up to. Soon they got to talking about old times, about wages they'd won and lost, and scrapes they'd barely got out of. It was good to be back with his friend. Bernardo grinned. He had a very good feeling about this.
Alright, here we are, we're off. I forgot to mention too, this is AK Gamer again here on Stories Path of the Destinies. And we're off to go find the Eye of the God with our old pal Lapino in tow. Ooh, loading screen was quick on this one. That's good. You know it's getting close when the music kicks in.
It's beautiful here, thought Bernardo. He was thrilled to be back with his old war buddy. He'd missed the mad rabbit, but something was not quite right.
Okay, throw a little doubt into the mix there and see where we go from here. Dig these environments. Slight exploration option. Oh, that's a good idea.
If he ever had a castle, he was going to hide his stuff better.
Okay, we have two paths to choose from. Wish I could zoom the camera out some and look. What's this? Jump down the well. Interesting. Okay, let's go see what's over here. I don't want to run too far off out of the way here. But the worst thing is I also don't want to get into a combat section because then it blocks off the area we're in. Aha!
Who needed bridges anyway?
Ooh, box. Oh, that's handy. Fire essence, wind essence, or water essence. What's this? Uh-oh. It appears to be some sort of teleporter. Aha, there we are. Okay. And it brings me back to here. Oh, well, that's handy. So, do we want to jump down the well, or do we want to keep rolling this way? Well, I guess we're going to be jumping down the well, because this seems to be a dead end.
I wonder what I could make with all these sword crafting materials, thought Bernardo.
Not much at this moment in time. Well, I guess we're going down the well, folks. Here we are. To the bottom. See where we wind up here. Ooh, squeaky chair. My apologies for the short last episode. I just didn't want to get into too long of a run here because I don't know how long this run is going to be here. But I'm going to kind of try and stop it at each choice as we get to the choices. Interesting. Well, at least they're rewarding you for exploration. Have to love that. But the other thing is, too, is it's kind of tricky because...
There was something sour in the air. Like the earth had ruptured over something that had been fermenting for a very long time.
It rewards your options for choosing your own direction, but if you choose the wrong direction as you're going, you end up in a fight, and then it walls it, and you can't get back. So you have to be quite thorough and careful as you're going at the same time. kind of a stinky looking green background. You can almost smell the pungent sour gas in the air.
Come on. One fox, no waiting.
I like how you can stop
Renato
mid.
felt wrong all over. He could feel an almost palpable sickness in the air. And if the land could have tumors, they would look like these monstrous crystals. The forest was quieter than it had been. There were insects, but few birds, if you didn't count the ravens. Renato smelled sick animals and dying ones, but no healthy ones. And getting a bad feeling about this, Renato thought. Maybe Lupino was right. Maybe they should have kidnapped Zenobia instead of coming here.
I don't think we've got any skill points lately. Nope. Yeah. I was going to say before the narrator started again there, it's nice too because you're going mid-dash through combat, moving from enemy to enemy. You can do counter-attack in the middle of your movement from one enemy to the other if needed to. Works well.
Coming back to him. He wondered what he'd remember next.
I don't see a stamina bar though. Where's the stamina bar? Might have to resize the screen for the next episode to see what we're into here. Well, that was quick.
As he held the radiant icosahedron, Renato felt queasy. Like dozens of tiny worms were nibbling his insides. It wasn't healthy to be so close to the eye of a god. How could he use it? He could take it to the observatory. The scientists there could tell him how to harness its ancient power. But honestly, Renato ached to get away from it. He brought the core back with him to the Farfarer. But honestly, Renato ached to be rid of it.
Tell you what, said Lupino. I'll take it to the observatory. You attack the Imperial outpost.
The Imperial outpost was a vital communications node. Taking it could shatter the Empire's ability to coordinate. And it would be full of secret plans and maps and maybe even rebel prisoners. It was a good target for a hero like Renato. But what if Lupino got the core and then broke it or lost it? Or worse? Was Renato ready to take that risk? Maybe it was better if he brought the core to the scientists himself.
No, the core was far too important to entrust to Lupino. The core of the Sky Ripper, even without the armature, there had to be a way to tap its power. The scientists at the Nexus would certainly know how to do that. Could Ronaldo really rely on Lupino to bring it to the observatory? No, it was too risky. He would have to carry the core himself, even if doing so would expose him to an unhealthy aura. Or we could go with option 2, anything to get rid of this creepy feeling, Ronaldo thought. The core of the Sky Ripper, even without the armature, there had to be a way to tap its power. The scientists at the Nexus would certainly know how to do that. If he could rely on Lupino to bring that core, Ronaldo would instead assault an Imperial outpost and gain vulnerable intel for the rebellion. He would also stay away from the core's unhealthy aura. Now the question is do we trust Lupino? At the first of this section here, we just came in, the narrator had mentioned about he didn't quite feel that Ronaldo didn't quite feel right about Lapino. I feel a bit of doubt there myself. I don't think Lapino can be trusted. I'm kind of getting the hint that he can't be. So I think I'm going to go with the take the core to the Imperials myself and see what happens. And we'll definitely pick that up in the start of the next episode. This one here is about 10 minutes or so, so that's not a bad length. We'll maybe just keep these short and go choice to choice, and then if somebody wants to watch them serially, they can watch them serial, or binge them, however you feel fit. And then this keeps these short and sweet, and then we can just pick up at the start of the next episode. So this is AK Gamer signing off, folks, and the next episode will pick up with us probably choosing to go with the core. Thanks for watching.